A very good evening to all our viewers. I'm Shivani Srivastav, Relationships Manager at Global Education and Training Institute. I welcome you all this evening for a session with Ms. Hema Kalakoti, who is the principal of APS Academy Lucknow. She is a dynamic personality who is always keen to contribute towards education. Today, ma'am will be speaking on enhancing life skills. I once again welcome ma'am to our platform and over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Shivani ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Shivani ma'am has already introduced me. I thank GETI and Dr. Sunita Gandhi ma'am for giving me this opportunity. As you know, the topic is enhancing life skills. Why life skills? Because this is an integral part of our life, and uh, it is an ongoing process. So I am trying to highlight some points related to it, like what are life skills, how many types of life skills are there. Before I talk about the techniques, how we can help our learners, our children, to enhance or develop life skills, I'll be explaining you the terms meaning. So what are life skills? On the slides, you can see life skills are abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individual to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of uh, everyday life. So, life skills are helping the child to develop some abilities which will help them to logically take the decisions, and logically they can decide that how, what, when the things can be done. So how to do, why to do, what to do, and when to do. Like questions will they will be able to answer them. So that is why we are talking about life skills. And as I said, it is an integral part of our life, and we will have to help students to recognize and develop these skills in them. According to WHO, life skills are abilities that facilitate the physical, mental, and emotional well-being of an individuals. This is according to WHO. So there is a holistic development. When we talk about this, that there is physical, mental, and emotional skills are being developed. uh, you can see next that how many types of life skills are there. And before that, what is the importance of these life skills, why we are talking about life skills? So life skills are promoting they are promoting positive attitudes and behavior. Importance Their importance is to improve communication abilities, promotes healthy and it is helping us to promote a healthy decision making skills. Then there are positive behavior is there, and are able to take the high risk behavior. And then it promotes greater social skills. They have control over the anger. So many things are being developed when we talk about life skills. And a child is able to increase self-esteem and confidence. And there is performance, good performance in their academics also. So it is important to understand the different life skills. And we will go to the next slide for this. And if we see, these life skills can be divided into three major categories: social skills, emotional skills, and thinking skills. Under each skill, we have sub skills, and I'll try to uh, define each of them, and then we'll come to the techniques how we can develop these skills in our students, and what is our responsibility as a parent, teacher, and as educationists. So now here, you can see on the slides, life skills. Under thinking skills, we have five sub skills. So self awareness is there, problem solving, decision making, critical thinking, and creative thinking. Socials, under social skills, we have interpersonal relationship, then effective communication, and empathy. Um, Third, the major heading is emotional skills. So under emotional skills, we have managing emotions and coping with stress. So these are the 10 core life skills which are given and recommended by WHO. So we basically talk about these 10 life skills. So here, if we talk about self awareness is a recognition of self, our character, our strength. So there are different techniques through which you can help your children to recognize that what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and this will give them a direction to choose their careers. Also, it will be helpful in their future. So it is very important that one is aware of their own characteristics, behavior, and that will help them to become a confident individual. Next is problem solving. When we are able to deal constructively with the problems in life, and when there is a balance, we don't come under pressure, or we are able to take decisions, and we have the ability to identify and express the things, then that is problem solving. Next is your next decision making. So decision making here, one is able to take decision about their life, and one becomes confident that what to do, how to do. As I said, they are able to take decisions logically: when, how, what, and why. Next is critical thinking, analyzing information and experiences in an objective manner. That is critical thinking. So, in critical thinking, whatever experience we have got, accordingly, we try to um, do the things, and we have experiences of the past on which we work. Now, next is our creative thinking. The difference between creative and critical thinking is that in creative thinking, whatever we do, whatever things we plan or we are able to do, it is because of our the self awareness is there, due to which we are able to do that, and it is always original. So it is there is fluency, there is flexibility and originality in whatever we do, and there is, yes, some part of our experiences, so elaboration, which is building on others ideas or whatever we have heard from others, with the experience, whatever experience we have, we take that idea also, but we don't depend on that. So because we know that on different occasions, or there are different situations on which we have to act differently. So no one particular way is there for also solutions. So every solution will have every problem will have a different solution, and accordingly we are able to uh, do all that. So that is creative thinking. um, And then after that we come to social skills. So social skills, the subheading under that is interpersonal relationship. Now interpersonal relationship is relating to positive ways with people we interact. It is helping us in making building relationship trust, and it is maintaining our relationship with other members of the family and friends, so on. So this is interpersonal relationship, and it is important everywhere, whether we are in schools or in our workplaces or at home. So this is one of the sub skill under social skill. Next is effective communication. So communication, it is expressing yourself. It can be verbal, it can be non-verbal. So when the other person is able to understand what you are telling them, what you want to tell, that is your effective communication. It's not it is different from speaking. So the medium can be different. So this is effective communication. Then is empathy. Now empathy is seeing with the eyes of others, listening with the ears of another, so feeling with the heart of another. So we say that um, empathy is feeling of others emotions and other problems. Now if I'll give you one example. For example, you saw somebody hurt, or you are coming to your office and you saw any accident. So when you go near to that or you hear about that accident, you say, oh, uh, कैसे हो गया और देखा नहीं जाता, you feel you are hurt. But if you are not realizing how much pain that person is going through, and you don't help them to take that person to the hospital or for any first aid, that will not work. So sympathy is different. It's okay, you feel bad when you see someone hurt, but when you do some action, a step ahead than sympathy is empathy. So जब आप किसी की जाके मदद करते हैं, that is empathy. Next uh, is managing emotions, which is under our emotional skill. So managing emotions is recognizing emotions within us and others. So being aware of emotional influence behavior. This is managing emotions. So how we balance our emotions, we are able to control our anger. Sometimes we feel very low, so that all is managing emotions. Coping with stress, it is recognizing the sources and effects of stress in our life, from how we are stressed, what is the reason, what is the cause of it. So then learning how to relax ourselves, that is coping with stress. So many times we have seen that student get stressed when there are examinations. So it is all that when they lack in that skill, they are unable to balance it. Next is now we if we see all these skills, they are all interrelated. So uh, when we reinforce the things in the students, we help them to do develop these skills. So all these skills are interrelated and they reinforce each other. Together, they are responsible for psychosocial competency, build our self-esteem and self-efficacy, and nurture holistic development. So these all are interrelated. and they can be developed, and we can help students to develop these skills in them. So these abilities are, as I said, it is a lifelong process, and we'll have to help the learners. Next. um, Now, how do life skills help? So I think I have already covered many of the points. You can see on the slides, these different skills are helping to demonstrate the abilities to be, original, and you are there is a holistic development, and a person is able to balance everything in the life, and the person is able to see the things in a positive way, and is able to utilize the opportunities, and one becomes very positive, and they are able to deal the things in a proper way. So that abilities are enabling the individual to translate the knowledge and the attitudes, values regarding their concern in well-being, or well-informed individual. So this is how the life skills are helping us. Next, now, as parents, as teachers, and as educationists, we have some role, and we can develop these skills in our children. As parents, if we involve these students in household work, if we try to give them some work which for example, to wash clothes, or to water the plants, uh, that that will give them, it is that one particular activity is not enhancing one skill, but at a time there are more than one skills which are being developed. So we have seen in earlier days there, we all were living in joint families, so there were so many people from whom we were learning things. So now, as both the parents are working and we don't get time with our children, and for that we will have to, and this was the very good time for making bonds with our children when we were in lockdown. So the small activities will help our children to learn things, and they will, if you play with them, that interpersonal relationship will grow. You can read with them, you can play with them, you can tell them, or you can give a space at in their, there can be a one corner in their room where you are not bothered about making mess of the things, so they can do their artwork there. So that all will help, and they will experience new things, and make their timetable, especially regarding their seeing movies or seeing TVs, being on technology. Uh, if you will involve these students, engage these students with you in household work, how to manage different works, so that will help them to develop skills. So as a parent, we have a role uh, जिससे हो सकता है कि बच्चों में बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें डेवलप हों, बॉन्डिंग, एंड देन नेचर के उनको नेचर के क्लोज जाएंगे, पेट्स का केयर करेंगे, और यू कैन गिव देम activities, because we most of the time they are online. So you can ask them to take interviews or talk to their grandparents कि उनको क्या अच्छा लगता था बचपन में वो क्या करते थे. So all this these things will help, and they will come to know the other elders, and they will respect. So if it is not possible that grandparents can stay with you, so वो चीजें develop होंगी. Next, as a the role of schools, again we will have to create such friendly and supportive environments where we can encourage more of teamwork, and we can strengthen other social works. So that is the role of school, to provide that space and that freedom to the teachers to experiment. And again, they can plan in a yearly plan calendar, that these activities, different techniques can be planned, and teachers accordingly, teachers can work. So that is the role of the school, to give support to their teachers and children to develop these skills. Next, the role of teachers. The role of teachers is very important, and every teacher can help students, the learners, to develop these skills in them. Many times we think that we have our own subject, and then there is a time limit to complete. So everything we are doing to complete the syllabus on time, and but the subject teachers can also help the students to develop these skills. Only thing is a good planning, and they have to integrate this in their subjects. So for that, they will have to plan, and according to the topics, they will have to select the activities, so that these techniques can help the student to develop these abilities. Many times sorry, these teachers का ये रहता है कि okay, हमारा अपना subject है, we have to complete the syllabus, so where is the time for all these things? So you can see, I'll show you some techniques in which you yourself will see that many of you may be doing those activities in your subjects. So language teacher mostly do, but maths teacher, science teachers can also plan and do these activities. The activities can be planned individually or in a group, so that um, you are able to assess the students. So select relevant and age appropriate content. You will have to match the things with your topic, whatever subject you are teaching. You will have to see what time is being allotted for that particular subject or topic. So accordingly, you can plan. Identify the life skills to be focused and enhanced. So as I said, there are some techniques, some activities which are enhancing more than one life skill. So it is up to you. You will have to plan. So planning is very important. That how much time you are giving to one individual, if it is in a group, or what time you have and how you distribute it. Then discuss it with the whole class. Identify um, curricular as well as co-curricular activities that have the potential for developing skill, application ability. Uh, Involve the learners in the activity. So involving them, engaging them will be very good, because if they are engaged, if they involve, they will enjoy, and in fun, there will be more learning. So it will be easy for you also to complete the course on time. So life skill development and enhancement should be uh, continually assessed over a period of time and across the situation. So it is important that you assess, and because you and it will be good for you to know your learner, and as it is important for your subject also. So when you know your learner, you are able to work accordingly, and it will be again a help for you also, that how and where the there is a requirement to help that child. So this is how you can empower your students. Next, mm, techniques to enhance life skills. So I'll uh, see, you can see on the slide. There are different techniques: discussion, debate, role plays. These all are techniques which you already know, you are doing it. The only thing is you will have to see that which life skill you want to enhance, and what is there in that technique which is developing the which life skill is being developed by through that technique. So role play, debate, discussions, your drama, storytelling, brainstorming, all these are techniques which will help the learner in developing the life skills. And as I said, one particular technique is developing more than one life skill. For example, discussion. So in discussion, you can see that there will be creativity, and there will be critical thinking, and there will be there will be no, you will be developing the self confidence of a child. So many things in one technique you can help the child to develop. Next, there are more techniques like case studies, miming, uh, then question answer. So question answers are also very simple activity. We all do it, and in every subject we have this. But the only thing is how you are framing the questions. So in framing the questions, you will have to see there is problem solving, and there is analytical and critical thinking they apply. So all this you will have to keep in mind, and accordingly you will have to frame the questions. Next, so in every subject you can use these techniques. So you being in your class, when you are teaching your subject, uh, in your own subject you will have to select the different techniques. So games, then working in small groups. You can give the different projects and the activity in group or in pairs. Then simulations are there. You can have singing and dancing technique, you can apply that also. Then dramatization. These are all techniques which will help you. Then life skills can be enhanced through stories also. Here are some examples of stories I have given, and earlier also you have seen that Panchatantra stories, where the stories which were helping us to know many of the skills, and so through stories also you can do. Next, I'm giving you one example. Like here, I have taken the first sub skill, that is self awareness. So for example, self awareness, if you have to develop or you have to help the learner to know about himself or herself. So in self awareness, the activities which will help anyone to develop or to know about him or her, you can frame questions in which the questions can be on personality, the questions can be on their physical appearance. For example, a science teacher in primary classes, when that teacher is teaching about body parts, so you can give an activity where a child is looking in the mirror and telling about his own physical appearance, that how he or she appear, so that way you can frame questions. Now it is a science subject, and you can frame questions where they know about themselves. So in knowing, in self awareness, it is about the mental status of a person, then about the physical appearance. So likewise you can frame questions, you can give them role plays where I've given one example, like you are framing one question, or there is a dialogue which can be shown in 3 to 4 ways. This will help them to know the communication styles, like that particular dialogue can be in aggressive mode, then submissive, or in assertive way. So they will learn the meanings of these terms, and then they will also know that okay, these are the different communication styles. So likewise you can you can if they know themselves, it will be helpful for their future also. They can choose the careers according to their traits, their likings, and their strengths. So it is important to create some activities which will help them to know themselves. And you can also frame questions, simple questions like, okay, what subject you like. In that subject also then can be sub questions after that, like, okay, you if a person if a child writes, I like Hindi or English, then in that, what is your liking about that subject, like which part you like writing or speaking, what they like in that subject. So likewise you can frame sub questions so that you get an idea of that child's liking, and after that the common things can be discussed in the class. Next, uh, I have written some more tips, like you can give them some tips. For example, you can ask them to keep the journal. It can be like in the morning they can write what is the concern, what is bothering them today, um, at least 3 things. And then before sleeping they can revisit and see what they have written in the morning. So what were the 3 things which they did a whole day and that satisfied them, and that way they can write these daily things in their diary. And yearly plan can be one way. That yearly plan, in that they can write what they want to do in a year, the expectation, what are the expectations. And then after 1 year they can again see whatever, they can revisit and see what were the things they really did, and what were the things which they still need to improve or do. So that will be the expectation versus the reality. They can work on the strengths, and if we help them through these classroom activities, then they will know about their strengths. And one, you can guide them, okay, this is your strength, and now you have to um, work on that more, so that they are able to choose their careers in their future also. That will help in that way also. And then you can they can ask their friends or their family members, okay, um, uh, how I work, how I am like, so what type of a person am I. So they can that way also they can get some help from others, so others will give their own views. Because sometimes we think that we are this way, and the others see us or judge us in a different way. So this is also one way of knowing oneself. तो कई बार हम अपने बारे में कुछ और सोचते हैं, दूसरे लोग कुछ और सोचते हैं। तो ये अगर क्वेश्चंस भी हम पूछें, तो that will also help us. And then we should try to replace why to what. Uh, because many times if something happens to us, we have this question in mind: why me? Why it happened? ऐसा क्यों मेरे साथ हुआ? And if we try to ask, okay, what, um, and how I have to work on it, how I'll find the solution to it. That way we will have less pain. So ये भी important है कि we try to teach our kids this way. um, this is just one example of self awareness. So likewise you can also select activities, you can use different these different techniques, integrate with your subject. You can have interdisciplinary approach, and this way you can help your children to develop these skills, abilities, and they will be more informed, and they will have a healthy behavior. And mm, this we can do at all levels, and if we start developing these things at an early age, it will be more good. And I think that this life skill education uh, should be very warm and caring, supportive, because as I said, in all these life skills, interpersonal relationship is one which is building trust. And this way the children will um, when they are in problem, they will be able to discuss with you, when they have faith on you. So it is important to build interpersonal relationship. And yeah, this is important to have with parents also. um, because many times parents we with parents we don't have that connection. So to build that connection, it is important that we develop these skills within us also, and we try to represent ourselves in a positive way, and we become positive role models for our students. Next, so these are different tools and techniques for assessing life skills. So you can have observation scale, observation chart, checklist, portfolios, and anecdotal records. These all will help you to assess the child's growth, and the child's skills which they are developing. um, uh, with this, I think I'll just quickly revise whatever I have covered next. So I'll like to end with this. It is not what you do for your children, but what you have taught them to do for themselves that will make them successful human beings. So we will have to help them with that. And I started with life skills, meaning then three there it is categorized into three major headings. So social thinking and emotional skills. Under each we have some sub skills. So total there are 10 core life skills. um, and accordingly we can, when we are teaching our subject, we will have to integrate, we will have to plan activities, and so that we can develop these skills in our kids. If you have any queries, we have 5 minutes for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was really an informative session. We got to
Thank
know
you.
about life skills and how can the teachers in the school can help their students to develop those life skills, along with, of course, parents. We have a comment for you from Fermina, who says that your session was really informative. Indeed, it was.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I once again thank you for joining in. I don't think we have questions for you here because you have so beautifully explained everything. All our viewers must
Thank
have
you so much.
understood it very clearly. I thank you for joining in and being a part of GETI's disruptive education movement. And also, I would like to thank all our viewers for being patient listeners. With this, we come to an end to today's session. We'll meet again soon with another informative session. Until then, thank you and goodbye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.